chosen for us. 3 of them are still trading at what we call technically discounted price for the long-term moving average, which means could be offering value if their fundamentals are good for the next 12 months, and also if the macro outlook that directly affect these particular sectors are still positive within the next 6 to 12 months. We're going to be looking at right now in this video. Could be great entry opportunities. Let's have a look. My name is Les and I'm a Chief Analyst of BG Trading in Australia. Today is 1st of October 2025, and I wanted to remind you this is not a financial advice, just from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our BGS 20 strategy to chase 20 to 40% profit within 1 to 3 month time. Sometimes we hold stocks a little longer as well. We establish many different targets, just as we did with ZIP, which we recently locked almost 190% profit in 6 months. We also traded, like recently, Northern Star with gold prices soaring. We took this opportunity to lock great profit on Northern Star as well, and many other great winning trades as well, all together with our VIP members. If you're interested on our VIP membership program, take a look on bgtrading.com.au for more details. You can chat with our team right there as well. Our free Facebook community members come up with some stocks that they want us to analyze, and today we're going to be looking at Cettire Limited, which the ASX code is CTT, then CSL, then Woodside, and BHP. We're going to be looking at those now. Remember, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe the channel and share with someone that would be interested into this content. We post a lot of great quality content in this community. Also, if you want to check our results, they are all here on this community, exactly like we did with Northern Star, I just mentioned before. So also the entry notifications that we provided to our VIP members. That's why you get as a VIP member. So for example, 4th of August, we placed this trade with a Northern Star. We give all the metrics about the targets and everything, and then obviously last week or week before, it has reached our BGS 20 targets. Exactly the same we did with ZIP in April. This one was a slightly longer term holdings for us, but we managed to lock 189%. ZIP has been incredibly profitable stock for us. In fact, is the most profitable stocks if we compound all the earnings that we've been doing with ZIP since 2020. This is a life wealth changing for many people. Now, let's start with Cettire Limited. This is a stock that we have been trading. We haven't actually gone through this upside here, which means we didn't trade in the latest rally that we had, which it was clearly short squeeze. But I wanted to bring this stock right now because it's still trading below the long-term moving average. If anybody's holding this stock right now as we speak, here is where we would be placing our target at 87 cents, just below the long-term moving average. If you don't understand what those metrics that we are mentioning in this video impact on the chart formation, I suggest you to go to bgtrading.com.au and take a look on our trading mastery course, which will allow you to learn all those metrics, understanding BGS 20 strategy itself. Now, analyzing this particular stock, it's always tricky because Cettire is a highly manipulated stock. But as you can see here, we have recently what we call a breakout of this channel here, which the stock has been sort of trading for quite some time. The channel, well, the top of the channel was around 60 cents, which also works as a long-term resistance level, which was broken about 4 days ago, which show Cettire rallying about 18% in that particular day. Wasn't just a single rally, it's been rallying for quite some time, and the chart formation was very constructive with higher volume towards the upside, very tight consolidation in a very short term, like 3 days in tight consolidation, and then another rally once again and a tight consolidations with followed by another rally. So that was very constructive. The problem is after this breakout, as we had this breakout, you look into the RSI, relative strength index. Well, we could clearly see that this has been overbought right there, and you just always got to be careful when any stock is overbought on the RSI, because most likely we will see some sellers stepping in and trying to take profit of that particular rally, especially when the company itself is a little bit struggling in terms of its fundamentals. First of all, this massive sell-off that we saw from March this year towards June this year was mostly generated by the fears of Trump's tariff from European imports. How could that affect Cettire? That has been highly de-risked now, and we saw directors buying shares. In fact, I think last announcement was by $5 million in shares. So that has been giving the market strong confidence from the technical aspect, but also from the insider. Now, what we need to assure, and that will come in the next quarter result, is whether Cettire has been turning around its fundamentals. The company has been burning cash and unable to sort of increase its cash reserves over the last 4 quarters. In fact, it has just reported almost like a break-even result this year, a small loss, in fact, and they obviously has triggered this massive sell-off, but they all has been priced in. The question is what's happening in the future with interest rate cuts and macro potentially improving in that particular sector, in luxury sector. And if we believe we will have improvement of sector around the world, especially in the US, which is the biggest player, then obviously this could be a very good buying opportunity still, trading at, as I said before, trading below the long-term moving average. Where we want to be buying this now would be upon a correction, right? So as you can see, this share has pretty much rallied about 170% in 1 month. That was a huge rally, right? So what I would really like to see at least a 30% correction, which could be a nice and healthy correction, right? To buy in at a highly de-risked, but there will be, what it means Cettire will become coming back to 50 cents level. That would be ideal to buy, provided that the next quarter result is in line or better than the expectations. In fact, showing a little bit growth compared to the last few quarter results. Okay, so that's very important. Macroeconomic could be good. I think there's a green tick on macro. Luxury would improve with Fed, RBA, and many central banks around the world cutting rates. We should start seeing that effect into the economy now over the next 6 months. In Australia, in fact, we are already seeing that, and that's one of the reasons the inflation came up a little bit, and RBA didn't cut rates yesterday. So for me, this is a speculative buy around 50s. So I will be looking to buy around 50s to the risk, and very close eye on the next fundamental result the company will be reporting. All right, so CTT speculative buy around 50s. When I talk about 50s, between 50s to 60 cents, okay, that type of range. We don't know exactly when they will consolidate, but normally if you look at their RSI here, we could see easily it coming back to this sort of level, and if that happens, then obviously we would see easily the stock price, in order to this RSI to reflect all this fall, the stock price would be back to 50 cents, which would be our ideal entry based on the current circumstances. Okay, so that's CTT. Now, now CSL. Let's talk about CSL. CSL is a blue chip stock. It's still growing compared to previous year. Not growing as the analyst was expecting, but as if you look at the stock has been falling for quite a long time now. It's in downtrend, but in my opinion, it's offering strong fundamental value right now as we speak. And not only fundamental, but also technical value, trading at technically discounted price, not only for the short term, but also for the long term, and testing this multi-year resistance level that I have just put right there. Okay, so this could be an exceptional entry opportunity of buying into a very high quality company. US tariffs will be affecting about 20% of its operations, but still I believe this has been already factored into the price, and the company is I have actually done a video a few weeks ago. If you wanted to have access to that video, just go and look for CSL here in the channel. So the thing with the CSL is still growing, a high quality company, currently trading at technically discounted price. And I said if CSL would have broken this 220 support level, it could well fall towards to this 194 to 200 level, and that's exactly what happened here. And I think this is based on this chart formation, right? It's offering value. Now, whether it's gonna fall more, it's another question. We can see value here, okay? It's hard to see the bottom, so picking bottoms and tops is always hard, but we can see value. That's my personal opinion based on fundamental analysis, which by the way is available for our VP members on a stock analysis library, and based on the technical formation of this stock. Now remember, this is not a financial advice, okay? So you gotta make sure you do your own due diligence, right? And then you take a position according to your financial circumstances. So the upside for, in our opinion here, it's asymmetric. When you talk about asymmetric upside, we're talking about highly de-risked trades. So say for instance, we could set up a stop loss around 8% and chase 20% still would mean chase 25%, and this stock will still trading at technically discounted price for the long term. So you're buying something that is relatively very, very cheap, but it's still growing and still have strong fundamentals, but the price has been sold off. So it's not much of a brainer for me now. CSL under $200, but you gotta just make sure you give a little bit time for this price to recover, right? Now let's move to the next one right there, which is Woodside, WDS, Woodside. So this is a sector that we haven't actually been trading for quite some time, right? Now, essentially, energy sector tends to move up if we have any disruptive geopolitical event that could affect oil and gas prices, but also if inflation comes back. And we gotta really keep an eye on the US inflation. If it comes back, right, we could see a rally on those particular stock once again. We had a rally last 5 months, so we could see a rally. So I would argue that Woodside now trading at technically discounted price, not only for the long term but also for the short term, would be giving a good entry opportunity right here at this current setup, right? The only thing is I don't see 20% upside with this particular trading setup. Around 17%, 16 to 17% trading upside, which is still pretty good if it takes only, let's say, hypothetically takes only a month to trade. But as you can see on the red candles, trading now below this exponential moving average. What I would like to do is to see a breakout, which we call bullish intersection level 2 of this yellow line there, okay, a breakout. And then there will be a bullish intersection and also the RSI bouncing, confirming that we could see another rally right there. At the moment, it is in buying area. We could, anyone would like to buy this now, could just set up a very tight stop loss, just under $22 right there, based on BGS 20 strategy, and chase this 17% potential profit, buying a strong high quality company at technically discounted price. This is our opinion for Woodside right now. It is a buying opportunity, tight stop loss. Don't be sad if it takes the stop loss, right? But there is upside, also asymmetric, and watch inflation as well. If inflation comes back, then we could see Woodside moving towards $30 once again. So Woodside is to buy and to watch as well, equally, right? Now, let's go to BHP. This is another blue chip stock, great quality company. And look, it's trading into a bullish territory now, as you can see, above the long-term moving average, right? We are holding, by the way, BHP, trading above this long-term moving average. So ideally, this is a hold for us. But if it's going to be looking at buying BHP, I would attempt to buy around $40, just because it will be right above, will be testing the long-term moving average, to SMA 250, which only used by us, by the way. Everyone uses SMA 20. If you want to know why we use this particular metric, you have to do our online trading course, right? Now, the RSI is constructive. Would I buy BHP now? No, I would wait for $40 once again, and then I would hope for a breakout to the upside, breakout of these $44, right? And $44 support. And I would chase a breakout of this side movement right there, trying to sell that around $48, just under 50, for a 20% profit, right? Just gotta be careful. No much. That's why those large caps, we occasionally we trade those stocks only if they have enough range, right? In fact, I would be looking at S32 instead BHP, because S32 is currently offering a better upside and is trading at technically discounted price, not only for the long term but also for the short term. Take a look on the chart, and I'm going to cover S32 right now here. Okay, so in my opinion, BHP is a hold but not a buy right now. Woodside is a buy right now with very tight stop loss. Cettire Limited would still waiting to buy around 50s based on the chart formation. And then CSL, in our opinion, is a buy with a very tight stop loss based on our BGS 20 strategy analysis, all right? So if you're going to buy, once again, this is not a financial advice. You have to do your own due diligence and make sure you take your own decision. Thank you for watching. We will be covering more stocks that you have chosen for us in the next video. See you soon.